Today we have 8 men's fragrances that I believe are full bottle worthy. These are designer fragrances predominantly because when you are deciding which bottles to buy in your collection, you need to make sure you are getting your money's worth. That is why all 8 of these have quality at their forefront and are worth their money easily. Arabian Oud's signature Homme. This list will have many fragrances that I think are underrated, under the radar. They are full bottle worthy and more of you should know about them. Arabian Oud is one of them. You can get a 50 ml of this. This stuff is phenomenal. If you want a 10 out of 10 signature, this is it. If you like fragrances like Bleu de Chanel, go for this. People see a Middle Eastern house and think, oh, it's a clone house. It's not. This is an original creation, a cardamom and Broxen bomb. This is warm, ambery, woody, very handsome, very Middle Eastern and very loud. So if you are annoyed by woody amber versatile signatures like Bleu de Chanel not performing well enough for your liking, go for this. This is 12 hours at least with at least a medium projection as well. This is beastly. I think I smell this stuff quite often in London, which just goes to show how popular it is. This is really gaining popularity. It's a very recognizable scent, only if you've walked around these metropolitan areas like London. This is a very good signature. Guerlain's L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum. I always talk about the Extreme on this channel, but actually I thought I would pull the trigger and get the Eau de Parfum for this autumn time. This is a very good flanker still. I think pretty much all the L'Homme Idéal fragrances are phenomenal. They're fantastic in their own way, not always to my style, but the Eau de Parfum is special. A lot of people love this because it's very unique. It has that cherry note, almond, leather, it's powdery and very good now. It is very handsome, masculine, but creative in its own way. Guerlain fragrances in general are full bottle worthy. Maybe make sure you're getting the best flankers of each version of their lines, but generally you're going to get your money's worth. This is a new bottle. It doesn't seem to be as strong as it used to be, but it still seems like it has decent longevity here. What do you guys have with your experience on the performance of the new bottles of L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum? If you want a cool cherry signature for this cold weather season, then get this fragrance. 37.9% of people who watch School of Scent are subscribed to us. If you guys really want to see our channel grow, go ahead and click subscribe. Let's get that number to 40%. Thank you. La Nuit de l'Homme by YSL Le Parfum. A super underrated flanker. Now that Bleu Électrique is very hard to find for most people and potentially discontinued forever, this might be the king of all the flankers of La Nuit de l'Homme. This takes the original, which is very warm, cardamom heavy, woody ambers, balanced, and makes it more bad boy-esque, more playful, spicy, piercing, and punchy. Black pepper mixed with fruity notes. This is a bad boy fragrance that has a playful character to it. Sort of a similar vibe to something like Azzaro Wanted by Night, but I think this is better, this is sexier. This could potentially actually even be a signature in the cold weather in my opinion. It's more suited for the nighttime, but I think you can get away with this in the daytime as well. 6 to 8 hours longevity, so it sorts out that issue with longevity of the Nuit de l'Homme, and it just smells so sexy. This is a really underrated flanker. Another potentially interesting signature is Ombré Leather by Tom Ford. Now that the weather is getting colder, Ombré Leather is making a comeback. This is one of the best beginner-friendly leather fragrances out there. Photorealistic leather that's smoothed out with some white florals, some ambers. It smells photorealistic like you're smelling the interior of a brand new black leather car. It has quality, simplicity, and signature material written all over it. I get 8 hours on medium projection. It's got good versatility as well, at least 3 out of 4 seasons, meaning that you are getting your money's worth by how easy this is to wear. And one more for a signature suggestion is Antaeus. This is a dark, edgy, mysterious, enigmatic fragrance for a serious man. This has that slight old school approach. Nowadays, modern fragrances smells like you're creating fragrances for boys. This smells like a man, basically. Kind of think of like Don Draper. If Don Draper from Mad Men had a signature, this would be his scent. This is dark lavender, sort of clean barbershop-esque with a slight animalic hint from the castoreum in here, which comes from the nutsack of a beaver, if you didn't know. And then it has these really beautiful sweet notes from the myrrh in here. It has a beautiful balance, this fragrance. It is very complex, a bit smoky, a tiny bit animalic, not to the extent of something like Kouros. This is a very easy to wear animalic fragrance, which adds a new style and direction into most people's collection, which is why if you're a true collector who loves the art of perfumery, you should check this out. This is a very easy way in the designer game to be more creative. 10 hours longevity with a medium projection. Armani Code Eau de Parfum. It used to be that a lot of the Armani Code flankers all smell quite similar. The Code EDT, the Eau de Parfum, the Parfum. In their original bottles, they all were too similar to own more than one really. But the Eau de Parfum now is Armani Code Perfume repackaged. So that was a great flanker. And this pretty much feels like it smells pretty much the same. It feels like it performs the same as well. This is an ambery, woody Coca-Cola fragrance is how I would describe this. Coca-Cola, boozy, loud, fairly loud evening scent that is simplistic. The code line doesn't go too complex most of the time, and I would say that code Perfume, or now the code Eau de Parfum, is similar to this. So if you want a classy, slightly mature, but easy to understand evening scent that is super sexy and you probably won't get bored of it, that's the magic of the Giorgio Armani brand. They do mature, beginner-friendly scents that don't get boring, which is pretty cool and an interesting achievement from them. Maison Margiela's Jazz Club. The #1 fragrance from the brand, easily my top recommendation. I don't think most of the brand's stuff is full bottle worthy, honestly with you, but this doesn't have the best performance, 6 hours, but it has a fantastic scent profile. It's incredibly sexy. It smells like you're on the inside of a jazz club. Smoky, tobacco, spices, boozy notes, warm amber. It's very balanced, very masculine and sexy as well. This is marketed unisex, but I think this is a masculine man's cool, relaxed guy's sort of evening scent. Very cool, confident. He lets the ladies come to him, that kind of a vibe. And it just smells great. It's a cool concept, easily the best from the brand. It's a 9 out of 10 from me. I think if the performance was a little bit better, it'd be a 10 out of 10. And lastly, Azzaro, the most wanted Parfum. This is a very sexy, simple designer fragrance. Loud, woody ambers with a fruity facet to it. It's almost like the Stronger With You line had a baby with some of that Invictus bubblegum-esque DNA, but it's made more dark, romantic, more smooth. This is a very nicely blended designer scent. If you want an incredibly sexy, almost silver bullet-esque evening fragrance, you know, it's an evening scent that just gets the job done. It has great performance. It seems to last maybe 10 hours with a medium to loud projection, almost similar to the original The Most Wanted. The Most Wanted, the black bottle, is a bit more playful with that toffee note. This is a bit more romantic, a little bit subdued, but still a great performer also. A fantastic designer release. I can see why a lot of people are giving it a lot of praise. And that concludes this video, guys. With the autumn season coming up, you may be wondering which fragrances are full bottle worthy for your collection. Hopefully this list helped you consider some fragrances to purchase. What do you guys think? What would you say are some awesome fragrances that are full bottle worthy that a lot of people don't know about or don't appreciate enough? Let us know in the comments down below, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our previous top 20 autumn fragrances for men video up here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.